Hey, this is Jamie from Capsule Computers, and today we are reviewing the Razer Nabu X smartband. It's priced at $49.99 US and is set to be a more affordable entry-level device in Razer's smartband lineup. The top-of-the-line Nabu was first revealed at CES 2014, where it was hailed by both the general public and the press. The Razer Nabu's release has been hit with multiple delays, and at CES 2015, Razer surprised many by announcing the cheaper Razer Nabu X band. The Razer Nabu X sheds 50% of the price tag along with the OLED screen in favor of 3 colored LEDs, putting it at an extremely interesting price point in the wearable war. The Razer Nabu X is actually composed of 2 parts, a small plastic unit and a soft silicone band. The Nabu X will eventually come in 3 colors, a white-gold combo, black, and razor green. However, currently as of the recording of this video, the band is only available in black. The soft silicone band is adjustable using 2 snaps. Normally, bands with this closure system tend to come apart really easily, but in my testing of this band, it only came apart twice. The plastic piece on the end of this band actually prevents the silicone from getting caught on things and causing the band to come undone. Unfortunately, the plastic piece is coated and has started to chip off within a few days of use. You can see the dark gray plastic underneath, which isn't really a big deal for a black band, but a white band's gold coating is going to be a tougher match with this gray plastic. Initial setup was very easy. I just needed to plug in the bundled cable into the band and download the Razer Nabu X utility app to pair the band with my iPhone. Now, the biggest downside is the fact that the Razer Nabu X uses a proprietary cable. Personally, I prefer the standard USB cable as they're much easier to replace when they break or eventually get lost. The battery is rated for about 5 to 7 days, which is actually a conservative estimate in my testing. I could have easily pushed 8 days with my usage. Now, the Nabu X charges really quick, and I was actually a tad surprised when I put down my Nabu X on the charger at around 50%, and then came back a half hour later to find it fully charged. The band does a great job of forwarding calls and notifications to my phone. The band will vibrate shortly after my phone's vibration goes off, and the 3 LEDs can be set to flash green, blue, or red, depending if it's receiving a call, a notification, or an alarm. Now, the band can be tapped twice firmly to display the remaining battery level or progression towards your daily fitness goals, but I did find that the double tap was a bit of a hit or miss, as if I tapped too fast or not hard enough, the band would not pick it up at all. The Nabu X's software is still in its infancy. There are some bugs, both serious and minor, that are still being ironed out with each software and firmware release. The fitness app is a bit bare right now. It only tracks steps taken, calories burned, distance traveled, and hours slept. I found the pedometer was a little generous compared to a belt-mounted one, but this is pretty normal as you move your wrist a lot more than your hips. Now, I did have a problem with the Razer Fitness app detecting car rides as steps taken, which resulted in a usual 200 or 300 overage to turn into 1,000 to 2,000 step overage. I was a little shocked that there is no smart alarm feature that wakes the user up during light sleep phases, as many competing devices have this feature. Instead, the Nabu X only has a basic alarm that can be set to repeat on certain days. The open software development kit is a great idea, but as an iOS user, the marketplace is a bit bare. Things are looking a little better on the Android side, with apps that let you high-five to trade Steam details, or apps that do a better job analyzing your fitness goals. However, the future is going to be really interesting, as Razer has already announced some partnerships with some pretty major companies and has been running programming jams and have been putting up a pretty decent bounty system to incentivize development. The Razer Nabu X is an interesting band. It's priced in between the more expensive Western brands that are well established in the wearables market and the cheap but completely unknown Chinese brands. Its social features and open software development kit separate it from the cheap fitness bands that can be purchased from China for about $25 or $30 US. The Nabu X's $49.99 price points beats the more established Western fitness bands with similar feature sets quite handily, as these bands are normally priced at around $80 to $100. The flip side, though, is it's quite obvious that this is Razer's first foray into the smartband market, as the software is still very much in its infant stages. If you have money to burn and want to get a taste of what the Nabu will hold, then the Nabu X is a great choice if you can deal with the limited information 3 LEDs can convey. I definitely can recommend the Nabu X for those who are looking for a budget smart band, but aren't really willing to risk buying from a Chinese brand, as the Nabu X's software is in clear English and is much better supported thanks to Razer being an established electronics brand. Now, the Nabu X is a bit of a risky purchase, but any first generation device is. It's not a perfect first outing for Razer, but it's still a pretty decent first go, so I'm giving the Razer Nabu X 7 capsules out of 10. Now, if you want to read our full review, be sure to check out the link in the description or go into the video's cards. I hope to see you soon. This is Jamie from Capsule Computers signing off.